operate. Enemies to kill.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Don't we have better things to do?
Powerful.
Marcus Wolf. He wanted to be a duke so badly. His ambitions were crushed by the raiders that day, with a little help. As the raiders were rushing to save John Morgan's daughter, Craghack was fighting his way to the inner sanctum of the palace.
Show yourself, master of assassins! Or are you too scared to face me?
I'm here.
Is that all you've got? I expected more from the most nefarious of all faceless warriors.
I shall honor your wish.
Yeah, that'll do.
Humans. Your lives are so fleeting. Your body's so fragile. Did you really think you could best me? Where even the Archangel Michael fell so miserably short. I've won.
Are you sure about that?
Well played. But foolish.
In the end, it was not the curse of the void that claimed Craghack's life. He fell during a battle of his own choosing, defying the odds one last time and accomplishing the impossible. The Master Shadow was now vulnerable.
Malasa, why have you abandoned me? All that I did was in your name.
The battle was over. Erebos, the Master of Assassins, had been slain, and with him ended his terrible legacy, the last of those tainted by the Elder Wars. Only one last thing remained to be done.
For some, he was a pirate. a barbarian, a criminal. He was all of these things, but yet he was so much more. To me, there's only one word that fully captures who he really was. Crag Hack was a hero. And a father.
This is not, however, where our story ends. Before the crisis in Carthal, the Empress was imagined by her opponents to be naive and idealistic, ill-suited to rule the Empire. They soon realized how wrong they were. For when John Morgan was appointed governor of the peninsula, he had received a very precise set of instructions. By refusing to play Erebos's hand, John avoided a direct conflict between Carthal and the Empire, and that in turn prevented a war with Irulan and the Seven Cities. Having raiders, wanton adventurers, deal with the threat, well, that had been the Empress's plan all along. And by granting partial autonomy to Carthal, she put the Empire in a position of force. The horrors of Uriel's deception were a thing of the past, and the Empire was now seen as a new and enlightened nation. As for the raiders, as Crag Hack before them, they would continue their adventuring ways and become legends in their own right. The world would remember them as heroes. Each worthy of a legacy of their very own. True to their promise, the raiders brought Owen's ashes to Carthal's Chapel of Elrath, so that he could finally rest in the city of his birth. Transformed by the raiders' mercy, Luke left the brigands and travelled to Hammer Fall, where he became a raider himself. He finally made his mother proud, in his own way. The raiders spared Ripley, but if they expected this act of mercy to change him, they were wrong. He was eventually slain by city guards, but not before taking one last victim, his own mother, Eileen. Kirk finally became captain of his own ship and went on an expedition to discover what lay beyond the Eresus Sea. He was never seen or heard from again. The ancient Shantiris built their elemental forges to imbue their greatest warriors with the powers of the dragon gods. For the first time in centuries, in the heart of the Forge of Spring, the 6 dragons chose new champions. Having discovered Lord Hart's marriage to the dark elf Leodan, the raiders chose to protect the lovers from the Inquisition. Hart and Leodan later had a son, Mirim. Something tells me he's destined for great things. His bestiary completed, the strange man known as Jasad Atqua left the peninsula. Nobody knows where he went, but the night of his disappearance, strange events were witnessed. Several villagers of Sorpigal claim they saw a bright egg-shaped object spring up from the depths of the sea and ascend into the starry sky. While the raiders were not able to save the knight Mombar from his madness, they did fulfill his dying wish by finding his long-lost daughter, Rosalie.